We're live.
We're live, and
Just as I knock.
Smith is tearing down the studio.
We just cleaned up.
It's Feel Good Friday. Nothing makes me feel much better than a tropical island. So that's where the background is today. It kind of reminds me of Key West. Smith, have you ever flown into like a tropical island?
I have not, unfortunately.
Definitely need to work on that. You need to fly into a tropical island. What's your favorite island, Smith?
Is Japan a good answer?
I don't think that's a good answer. I'm a little confused. It's why you would
I thought it would be funny.
Okay.
I'd probably just go with Hawaii. It's kind of the obvious answer, but
yeah. So have you ever traveled outside of the United States?
I have not, no. The furthest I've been is like Tennessee, and when I was much younger, whatever that Disney resort was, I cannot remember.
Disney Resort?
Or what?
Disneyland?
There was
Universal Studios?
It may have been Universal Studios. I just remember we had to go on the cruise to actually get there.
No, I don't know what that was.
I mean, I was much younger.
You need to get your passport, Smith. Have you got a passport? Probably not.
Probably not.
If you haven't traveled outside of the United States, we got to get your passport. So today is Feel Good Friday. I'm Billy Merritt. I'm your host. Every single Friday, we bring you Feel Good Friday. Normally, we bring it with Feel Good Paul Sullivan, the Yankee from Chicago, who hops in with his hoppy beer, and you know he's a beer snob. He's constantly making fun of people like me who can't taste all the he can tell the difference between various hops and things like that. And I'm just glad he's not here to make fun of me today. But I do wish he would hurry up and come back. He's on an extended vacation. I hope he'll come back soon. If anybody sees Paul Sullivan, will you please tell him that we want him back in the studios? By the way, we welcome comments. Speaking of a Yankee, I don't know if you consider Canadians Yankees or not, but if the definition of Yankee is someone from the northern states, I guess maybe someone from the northern country, Canada, would be also Yankee. So my Canadian friend, Robert Brooker, thank you for joining today. If you guys would please like this video. If you're watching on YouTube, if you would actually subscribe. I think we have a couple hundred subscribers now, Smith. But we need to get that.
Sir?
I think if we get up there in the thousands, we'll have maybe the algorithm on YouTube will pick us up. We do really well on Facebook. We have a lot of interaction on Facebook. A lot of people view the show on Facebook, and we need to grow our audience in the YouTube world. Fun fact for you, since it's Feel Good Friday, on Monday, I said that Facebook was going to drop in value by the end of the week. Do you remember me saying that, Smith?
I sure do.
Nashville, Tennessee. So he's not a Yankee. He's a Southern boy at heart. Can you pull up a chart? And I like to use Yahoo Finance for my stock charts. So I want you to pull up a stock chart. This is going to be a fun fact. We'll see if I was indeed correct. I said 10%. I said 10%. Let's see where it was, where Facebook was on Monday. And then we're going to talk about some real fun facts like short squeezes. There's a lot of that going on.
Sure.
So let's look at it. What do you got, a 5-day, or what kind of chart do you have there?
See, it's the first time I've used Yahoo Finance, to be honest.
That chart right there with the red, you see the red?
Yes.
One of those little tabs should give you an option for 5 days or set 1 week, something like that.
Okay, so if we go to 5 days.
Can you share it so everyone can see it?
Yes.
Or at least half of it?
Yeah. Would you rather me share it on like usual, or put it on the video wall?
Hey, put it on the video wall.
You got it.
And we have a magic wall coming pretty soon. You got it up there?
On the fly.
Hey, yeah. All right.
Yep.
All right, cool. I like this. Hold on. Where's the chart? I don't know. It's not showing us.
Okay,
here we go.
That's weird.
So this the 1 day? Go to 5 day.
Why? I have it 5 days on mine. It may be on a delay or something. That is.
Is it on a
weird.
delay?
Refresh it and see what it does.
This is real time. So just based on this right here, Smith, can you give me credit for making the correct call?
Well, it definitely went down.
What was it? So for whatever reason, it's not displaying what Smith's seeing on his screen. That's a little bit weird. But can you tell me, can you scroll over at Smith and tell me what Facebook was on Monday? The highs of Monday.
The highest I'm seeing on Monday on this one was 279.23.
So 279, a 10% decrease would be $27.
Yes.
Didn't quite. We're close to that, right?
It's down to 256 now.
So we're pretty close.
Pretty close.
But not quite. So I guess on a scale from 1 to 10, if 10 being I nailed it, 10 being I nailed it, I get, what would you give me on that, Smith?
It's probably a 7 or an 8.
7 or an 8? Nah, man. I that's probably a 5.
I figured out what was wrong.
You did?
I opened back up the Chrome. I'm not used to these dual monitors, but you can see it back there now.
Can I see it now?
Yes, I apologize for that.
No problem. So make it scroll right on top of that one right there. That's Thursday. That doesn't count. So I can't take credit
right
for 282. That would have been over a 10% decrease. I can't take credit for that, but I can take credit for right here because I said going into Thursday, actually going into Wednesday, 284. Yeah, sure, man. Wow. I got my 10%. 284 to 256. Yeah, I got my 10%.
Not bad.
I nailed it. Now, you want another prediction?
Sure, go for it.
This 256 right here.
Yes, sir.
That's really, really close to the bottom.
Shoot back up.
You want to talk next Friday? Next Friday? Back up here at the 280s.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
So?
I can't see them continuing down like this long term. It'll be hard to believe anyway. Then again, the markets have been crazy.
Crazy markets.
Now, this might be one that you haven't seen. I thought you might find interesting. Do you know what Dogecoin is?
Dogecoin?
Yes.
I'm sure it is a cryptocurrency, so therefore it is worthless.
And it is literally a meme. I don't think it actually has any of the sort of, software programming and the like that many others have. But last night, around the time I was going to bed, it was up 800% on the week.
Hey, that's pretty crazy. Crazy things happen. Pull up Bitcoin. Can you pull up Bitcoin and still show it? Can we actually see you typing it? Yeah, let's do it.
BTC, right?
Yeah. Pull up the old Bitcoin. Where's Joey at today? Joey.
Yeah, it's up, man.
Joey, you're smart today. Joey's smart today because Bitcoin is up $5,000 or 16%.
It sure is.
Now,
I think a lot of the crypto is up right now.
Yeah. So pull up. Let's pull up GameStop. You know what happened yesterday with GameStop?
Well, they were obviously going for the short squeeze on the retail investor side, and I know we got totally blocked out on Robinhood. There were some class action lawsuits being filed.
That's what you get for being on Robinhood. That's what you get for being on Robinhood.
Now I'm spreading it out. I'm still on Cash App, and I'm making a Weeble.
Up 74% today. Okay, so let's talk about it, Smith. What happened? Okay, so GameStop was like at $4. Pull up a chart. Whoa. Why do you keep clicking off?
Sorry.
You're on GameStop?
Yes, sir.
Go to a 5-year.
All right. Yeah.
Click over here and see how much what it's worth. $30?
Yeah.
I thought it was like $4. What happened?
It went on down to let's see. It was around $366. Okay. So 1 year ago.
Yeah, $4.
Yeah, $4.
So last year, this stock was $3 to $4. Okay.
Correct.
Right here. Okay. All the retail investors, that's people like you and me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Joey, who's buying his Bitcoin, and Felipe, everybody who has a who buys stock on Cash App, TD Ameritrade, who buys stock on their own, we're considered retail investors. Now, some of these retail investors are very smart. I'm not one of them. Okay. I can talk with them. But
Right.
I can't play the game they're playing. So here's what they figured out. They got on the message board Reddit, right? Reddit.
Yes, sir.
What's it called?
Wall Street Bets.
Wall Street Bets. I think there's like 3 million people.
Yeah, last screenshot I seen was like 2.2 million. I believe they took the subreddit private at this point.
So here's what happened. They got on there. Some of the smart guys said, look, we're looking at these Wall Street hedge funds who are shorting GameStop because GameStop is a worthless company. They're in malls, which are no good.
It's the Blockbuster of video games.
And they're in malls and they sell actual video games. They don't do streaming. They don't do any of these things. They sell the games. And it's a dinosaur. It's a dying business. So the Wall Street hedge funds started shorting the stock, meaning they were selling the stock at $4, expecting it to go below $4. And then they make a lot of money when that happens, much like I did with Facebook. However, I bought my shorts too early. I bought my shorts before Facebook ran up. And then so when my shorts came true, they were only back down to a level where I bought in. So no harm, no foul. Lost a little bit of money, but I didn't make the big money that I thought I was. The risk of shorting, however, is if the stock goes up, you lose even more.
And you can lose. There's really no theoretical limit to it.
It's infinity. Okay. But the problem that the smart retail investors saw was that these hedge funds were shorting more shares of stock than are even available.
So it was 140%.
140% of the options, 140% of the shares were being shorted. So that's not real. It can't happen. That's making sure that you're killing the dinosaur.
Yes.
That's just driving it down because there's not enough shares there. So to put a squeeze on that, to stop that, is as the demand for those stocks go up, the price goes up, and those people in those short positions, all 140% of them, are getting squeezed as that price shoots up, and they are losing massive amounts of money. When a stock goes from $4 to $337, which it got up to about $500 one time yesterday. Go do a 5-day.
Let's go to
the top.
468.
400. When a stock goes up 1,000%, and you're in a short position,
oh yeah,
you just got your teeth kicked out. They were actually huge billion-dollar hedge fund managers that were waving the white flag, saying, "Okay, you gave me my comeuppance. I have removed my short position, and I have moved on to something else." Well, when they moved on, when the hedge fund managers moved on to other stocks, like what, AMC,
I think BlackBerry, Nokia, I think maybe some of the other ones.
and then my favorite one was Merritt. Was it American? What was the airline?
Was it American Airlines?
Might have been.
I mean, we can find out, I guess.
So they were just so the retail investors, all 3 million of them on Reddit, were crushing the hedge fund managers. They were crushing. But yesterday, Robinhood, your boy Robinhood, terrible company.
Yeah, I see that. I see that now. That's for sure.
And a lot of these retail platforms to buy stocks suspended trade on these stocks.
Yep.
So the retail investor who was paying too much couldn't get out of their positions, and they could get out of their positions. They could sell them. So basically all they were doing is making sure the price went back down.
Right.
They felt they got hammered with so many threats of lawsuit, like you said, that today they turned the buying back on.
Yep.
And as you can see, we still have GameStop. And as you can see, it's back to 336. Do a 1 day.
We're on 1 day right now.
Okay.
It's up 72%.
It's up $140 today.
Yeah. I am not surprised.
It's up $140 today. Go back to the tropical island. I need to feel good, because if I was in that short squeeze right there, I would be in pain. I was in a short squeeze on face. It wasn't even a squeeze. I just lost the position. I was on the wrong side of the bet on Facebook, and just a little bit of a gamble turned into minus $10,000 in a short period of time, like 2 days. So, you know what I did?
What did you do?
I did like that hedge fund manager, waved the white flag. I said, give me those few pennies that's left in that option.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought Apple and Facebook.
See, that is that move what they refer to as closing your position or whatever?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's definitely closing my position. Now you can execute your position and actually buy the stocks. It's weird. There's so much. Again, I'm relatively sharp, but now that's like a whole different language when you start buying options. You have put options, you have call options, you have options to sell, options to
Yeah, when I heard them start mentioning how you were essentially borrowing a share from someone else, it kind of broke my brain.
Yeah, and so for every short option, there's somebody on the other end of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like in the movie Wall Street, Greed is Good. He said it's a zero-sum game. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. But you know who never loses?
Who's that?
The Robinhood or TD Ameritrade. They never lose. They're going to get their fee every single time. It's like going to Vegas. The house never loses. The house is going to win on both sides of the bet. So why would you play a game that's rigged?
I understand that is one big reason I'm starting to diversify the various places that I'm doing this. Like I was already on Cash App and Robinhood. I'm waiting for my deposits to come through on Webull so that if one of them screwing me over today, at least I know I can use one of the others, hopefully.
I'm going to take a look at my Cash App real quick. I want to look at something. Man, gold's up, but not very much. The old Bitcoin's up 15% today. So, there's two types of people that make a bubble possible. Okay. First of all, the bubble is something that's irrational. Like I say the entire stock market right now is in some type of bubble. But as long as you have all this easy money, all this free money that people are getting, that crazy money will find its way into all types of assets. So it's going to continue to go up. You can't sit on the sideline. You got to be in.
Yeah.
There's two types of people in the Bitcoin bubble, though. That's people that don't know that it's a bubble. And then the more dangerous of the two, which is the people that don't care. So you got the Bitcoin evangelists out there
saying it's going to go to 500K.
Yeah, and beyond.
Right.
You got them out there. They're pumping. But eventually.
Did you know there are actually cryptocurrency mining companies now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just recently found that out. That is crazy.
So you can be a Bitcoin miner.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have a really fast computer, and you probably need to recruit some of those guys off of Reddit. They're probably already doing it themselves. It's like a secret society, man. We can't get in. We can get in. We can invest in all the Bitcoin mining equipment and software and computers and hardware, and we can start mining, but you have to be faster than the other guys. You have to out techno. You have to out nerd the nerds.
Right.
And I am not a nerd. So I would just be giving them my money. I would be such an easy person to dominate in the Bitcoin mining world.
And it is extremely volatile, as I think we all found out yesterday.
Do you know that in certain parts of Africa, the government actually monitors the amount of electricity you use in your home, because you have to use extra electricity to mine for Bitcoin. And if they catch you doing that, they'll put you in jail.
Jeez.
I don't know which country it is, but I remember I watched it.
Okay.
I've watched every Bitcoin episode that's on Netflix and Prime Video. I'm a Bitcoin expert to be such a person that knows nothing about Bitcoin.
It's definitely interesting. I mean, it blows me away that they all have, well, almost all of them. Doge is basically nothing, but they almost
all nothing.
They all have their own tech though. They all have, like, Ethereum has what they call smart contracts.
Mm-hmm.
This is also extremely confusing. Do you know anything about this part?
Which, tell me again.
Ethereum has something called a smart contract, which is there's some sort of tech built into the currency that allows you to theoretically make legal contracts and the like without having to go through a lawyer, because it's essentially like a coded contract that you make between yourself and the other party.
Let me ask you a question, Smith.
Yes.
If I come to you and I said, Smith, DigiNinja is a digital company and we're doing big things all over the country. That part's true. Would you believe that?
I mean, it's hard to know what I would think of.
No. I'm talking about the real DigiNinja that we have right now,
and
the software that we have that we're, and the services that we're providing for dealers. We got over 1,000 dealers nationwide.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
Okay, so true or false? DigiNinja is a very successful, very tech savvy software and effective digital product that's on the market.
Of course, absolutely.
Okay. Here's what I'm doing. I want you to invest in DigiNinja. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I want you to take 100% of all your investments that you have, okay, in all your different various places, all the money that you have in the bank, and I'm going to give you a percentage of DigiNinja. And here's what we're going to. Now, I could possibly talk you into this, and I don't mean talk you into it in a bad way, but I could probably make the argument and get you to agree to my terms and conditions because you know who I am and you know that. Because you trust me. But let's say that I sold DigiNinja to a third party, and I'm out of it. And now the new owner of DigiNinja comes to you and says, Smith, Billy says you were a great employee. By the way, he's living, in Puerto Rico now, and he's off the grid, so you can't call him. You can't talk to Billy and get his advice. But I got a deal for you, Smith. You come up with $100,000, okay? And you put that $100,000 in Ethereum, okay? And then you and I are going to go online and we're going to execute this contract that gives you a percentage of DigiNinja, and it gives me all of your Ethereum. But you're protected because you have this contract in the blockchain, okay?
Right.
How likely are you to execute that contract and give him that $100,000 worth of Ethereum?
Not likely.
And nobody else is either.
Probably could ask him who the crap he is.
That's what. But no, you have Ethereum to protect you. It doesn't matter who I am. You're protected by this blockchain technology, Smith. What are you? Right. Where's your fear at? Why are you scared? Where's this unwarranted fear coming from?
I guess it's the lack of adoption more than anything.
And The reason that you're fearful because it should be very scary. There's no protection for you. You can take that Ethereum and that contract and yeah, you don't need a lawyer because it's not legal. So if Smith is smart enough that he's not going to use an Ethereum contract, how many millennia will it take before people are using this digital blockchain contract, sir?
No telling.
So do you follow my logic there?
Yeah. I think about halfway through that, I knew where you were going.
You knew where I was going. Yeah. So you can tell me about the theoretical contract all you want. Nobody's going to use it. Nobody spends the money now. You can't spend it. You have to transfer it back to dollars to spend it. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. How about a couple? I see a lot of comments. What kind of comments do we have?
So, Robert Brooker says, good morning, Billy and Smith. I have been to Japan and South Korea, many states, the provinces east of me, and Cuba.
And I tell you what, I don't want to go to any of those places right there.
He said, my mother was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. I would love to go to Japan.
You would?
Absolutely.
You love it till they cut your head off.
You see, Almas Masi, and I apologize if I mispronounced that, says, God bless you, sir.
That robot has no idea if you pronounce her name right.
Christine Jones says, that's much better, Billy. You are sitting up higher.
Thank you. So Smith, they really love the screen, and the screen looks great when you just have the screen on there. But then when you put somebody in front of the screen, they look all small and squatty. So thank you for your recommendation. We took you up on it, and I'm sitting high. I'm going to sit even higher pretty soon. You're going to be able to see my desktop. We're making even more adjustments to our
we're learning the new studio for sure.
We're getting learnt.
Robert Brooker is mingling as usual.
He's a mingler.
Candace Smith says, high tech
redneck. That's what I am.
Robert Brooker says, my friend actually made his first million via XRP and Ripple.
So I made my first million selling Facebook events to car dealers, Robert Brooker. And that's something that I understand. So let's use that let's make a point out of that, Smith. If you understand XRP and Ripple, if you understand it and you know exactly how it works, and you're willing to put your sweat equity as well as your money, your investment, your capital into that, then you can make $1 million with Ripple. If you don't, I don't know what Ripple or XRP are.
I believe those are both cryptos.
Okay. So I'll finish my point and I'll get back to what they're talking about there. Okay.
Ripple's XRP.
Then let me back up then. I thought it was some type of business. So, Robert, the fact that your friend made his first $1 million in that, unless he sells that and turns that XRP and Ripple back into real money, he'll never be able to spend it. At some point, you have to realize the profits to use those profits. You can't spend Ripple. He doesn't have $1 million.
You see, he said he has been working with a few partners to bring a new company to support market trading. Cesabri on the .com. The Telegram channel has been lively as they bring things online.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Until everybody figures out there's nothing you can do with it.
He also said, I have not yet traded options. I was under pressure to do so by a Chinese businesswoman who was wooing me, but I resisted, especially when the trade was set for 2 Bitcoins, but it was nice feeling those feelings again.
Robert Brooker, my man.
Hey, we got another Robert Ward says, Bitcoin mining takes a lot of work, not much worth it, really.
So Robert Ward, I think Bitcoin mining would be the only thing worth doing that has anything to do with Bitcoin, because if you're smart enough to produce some of them, then you get paid for actually doing work. The rest of it is all just pure nothingness. There's nothing there. So, if you can produce a faster computer and you can actually be smarter than the other people, that's what you're in a competition when you're mining Bitcoin. It does take a lot of work from what I hear, way more than I want to do. But for For the nerds out there that love fast computers like I love fast cars, go for it. What else we got?
Robert Brooker says, I am just in ANKR and Reef, holding on for dear life.
He's a hodler.
HODL.
You know what hodling is?
I've never heard this, no.
You've never heard of hodling?
I don't believe so.
All right, let's educate everyone. This is Feel Good Friday, and some turn it into boring class. But let's look up hodl. So there's Bitcoin hodlers out there.
All right.
So what is a Bitcoin hodler? As Smith's looking for that. Let me know, how many Bitcoins do you have? Let me know if you're a Bitcoin bear or bull. Okay, so we're talking Feel Good Friday. We're talking about Bitcoin because it's fun. Are you a Bitcoin bear? Are you a Bitcoin bull? I'm a bear. Let me see how many bears and how many bulls we have. Say bear or bull in the comments, please.
Says hodlers are crypto investors who buy and hold their positions regardless of price. The term was created in 2013 in a Bitcoin chat forum by an investor who was watching Bitcoin's price fall sharply but decided not to sell.
Yep. That's a hodler.
Okay.
So Robert Brooker's a hodler. He's got his coin, and he's hodling it. He's going to hold on to it regardless of the price. We got anybody else?
We got a couple more. Robert Ward says, not cost effective if the price of Bitcoin is under 30K. So it makes sense now, but not really. Crying, laughing.
I agree with the last part, right? Not really, because now, this is going to sound, it's Feel Good Friday. So I'm being light when I say this. Half a Bitcoin is worth just as much as a whole Bitcoin. You can buy the same amount of nothing with half a Bitcoin as you can a whole Bitcoin. So I agree with you. It's not really worth it. It's not, because it's not worth anything. I do have one, though.
Hey, man, I can't say anything. I made a bunch of money off Doge yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you sell it?
I sold about, I think, 75% of it. I ended up with as much in it as more in it than I had invested originally, and more cash than I.
As long as you have the cash. So you see, there's winners in Bitcoin. You know who wins in Bitcoin?
Who's that?
The people who sell it.
Yeah.
The hodlers win nothing.
Yeah, I'm happy to take advantage of the volatility.
You
man.
just won. You won. You placed a bet and won the bet. That's just like gambling. You might as well go to Vegas.
Pretty much. Can't get that lucky very many times, I'm sure. Robert Brooker says there are specialized miners, but the mining farms in China I've heard about are huge and do consume much power.
So they do. I wonder, why do they take so much power, Robert? I'm sure you can look in that and explain it in a post. And I'm sure one of those comments down there is him firing back at me on the worth of Bitcoin.
Perhaps. He also says you could create a Digi Ninja cryptocurrency coin.
You know what? That's the best idea I have. You know what, Robert Brooker? I've known you for a long time. You're one of my favorite Canadians, and that's the best idea you've ever had. Who wants some Digi Ninja coins?
I get in
Digi.
on it. Why not?
Yeah, Digi Ninja. What would we call it? The Digi Ninja coin. Ninja coin.
Sure, we could come up with something creative.
Ninja coin. Yep. Who wants a Ninja coin? I want you to hodl my Digi Ninja coins.
Please.
Will you please hodl my coins?
Robert says, fear of the unknown, ? XRP is unlike any of the other cryptos. It was designed to act as a modern version of the system they used on the Silk Road back in the day.
Okay, so let's talk about the Silk Road. That's where you buy drugs, right? Or used to. They busted them, right? Okay, so here was the only selling point that I appreciated about Bitcoin, that it was anonymous, right? So if I wanted to buy your headphones, Smith, and I didn't want anybody to know who I was, I could pay you in Bitcoin. You would get my Bitcoin. You would send me your headphones, right?
Right.
Well, that's why people were using Bitcoin to purchase illegal things on Silk Road. Well, guess what? The new argument from the Bitcoin evangelists are.
What's that?
Well, if anyone buys anything illegal with Bitcoin, there's a record of it, so we can actually track them down. So
that's not what I wanted to hear.
You just lost me there, Mr. Yeah. If I want to do something illegal with Bitcoin, I don't want you to be able to track me down. I'm
Absolutely.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want to do anything illegal. But you didn't miss my point there, did you, Smith Smith?
No. That's basically the loss of the
Anonymity.
primary selling point.
Anonymity, right?
Yeah.
Tough word for me to say.
See, he says, I remember that movie, Billy, and I was only in danger of being roughed up once, but otherwise thought I had died and gone to heaven the first time in Tokyo.
Yeah, so Tokyo, I hear Tokyo is like the future. You know, they've invested tremendous in the roads and the bridges and the trains and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you go to like some American airports, it's like you're in a third world country. You know, old and outdated.
That sounds about right.
But not Atlanta. Atlanta has a very nice airport.
Mm-hmm.
Very modern, very fast. They have the plane train.
Okay.
Get on the plane train. It goes really fast.
Yeah, I guess to be honest, I'm a huge weeb. So, I mean, that's one reason I would love to go to Tokyo. The fact that you could go to somewhere as niche as somewhere like Akihabara and just be on like a main street that's dedicated to anime and video games and stuff like that is just.
All right, this is Feel Good Friday, but
amazing.
we have to use it as an educational show. What is a weeb?
Well, a weeaboo. Let's look that up so I don't get this.
Weeaboo, that's what you call your girlfriend, right?
Weeaboo is a mostly derogatory slang term for a Western person who is obsessed with Japanese culture, especially anime, often regarding it as superior to other cultures.
You know what the samurais did when the missionaries showed up to Japan?
What's that?
Cut their head off.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were not interested in their message. Mm. All right, so tell me. So you're a weeb, and then what is this city, this town that you're talking about?
Akihabara.
Akihabara.
Should I pull that up?
Pull up Akihabara.
All right.
You know what? We should have had a Tokyo interstate system as a background in our video.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that later though.
Dark here. We are not going to the Silk Road. Do not fear, guys.
No,
we are not going to the Silk Road.
It is pretty. Yeah, I mean they got all sorts of like manga shops, like anime figurine shops.
You want to go there?
Cosplay. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to. But I'm definitely a kid at heart.
You want to dress up like an anime?
Maybe. Depends on the show for sure.
Gotcha. All right, so here's the deal. Paul is going to be back next Friday. He is the professional host of Feel Good Friday. I chase rabbits and get into the get into the Bitcoin conversation. It is fun. Everything's fun when you're making money. This is Feel Good Friday. If you want to make more money, you need to make sure that you have a texting system in place. We prefer DigiNinja. We recommend DigiNinja. DigiNinja will be in hundreds of thousands of businesses across the world. We figured out that there's more businesses in the world than there are chickens in China.
Yeah. I mean, when I seen the number and I was just like, that's like 10% of the people. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yep. Well, you know, small business employs over half of the workforce.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, small business is key. If you want to grow your small business, you need to be texting your customers. You need to be building SMS lists. Feel Good Friday. We had the island behind us back here. I love the islands, man. I'm ready to go spend some time on the islands. The older I get, and when I wake up and it's cold outside, I'm like, what in the world is going on? It's cold outside. I'm like, you know what? It's time to head south, man. Let's go to Puerto Rico. Let's go to Jamaica. Let's find somewhere tropical to go to. Maybe Cozumel. Go somewhere southern. That feels good. And when you go, you need to have a cerveza. So today's beer of the day on Feel Good Friday is Dos Equis. Dos Equis.
Pull that up.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
Tell you the wonderful thing about Dos Equis. Is you can drink it warm or you can drink it cold. It's wonderful either way. It is a Mexican beer They have
Hey.
now right there. That's the gold. Okay, they have Dos Equis Amber. Hit the old type in amber. I'll show you the.
Okay.
There you
Looking at
go.
your
Look,
screen on my screen.
now you like do what now?
I'm looking at your screen on my screen. It's definitely weird.
So you like that honey, right? So you would
Yeah, for sure.
love the Dos Equis Amber. Have you ever had the Dos Equis Amber?
No, I don't think I've ever tried Dos Equis.
Well, it's Feel Good Friday, and my shift is just about to start, so I can't have any today, but maybe on Feel Good Saturday. And by the way, I think we're gonna have a special edition of a Saturday live show tomorrow. I have a special guest who was supposed to be here today, but he couldn't come today, so he's going to be here tomorrow. I think we'll go live tomorrow. I need to find that out where you can make plans to be here. Are you going out of town, Smith, or will you be available?
I'll be available.
Be available. We got to get you working some extra hours so we can get you on that plane to Tokyo.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I want to go to Tokyo.
It's just a funny thing I noticed. Robert said Akihabara was his favorite destination.
Really?
Yep.
That's an interesting character. Maybe we can get see if Robert can meet us there and show us around.
Yeah, he says Electric Town is what the name translates to, and the manga. I don't care for that. I was all about the electronics. Yeah. So I'm sure there's plenty of tech there too. That makes sense.
Robert, let's start a Bitcoin mining company. I'll build the server if you'll put in the research and the technicals. Fair enough. All right, guys, today has been a fun show. It's Feel Good Friday. We're going to get out of here. We're going to come back tomorrow with a special edition of a show. If you have an idea, if you have a host, if you have a guest, if you want to see an interview, if there's someone that you want to get on the show, just let me know who it is. We will pipe them right in here. We'll do it with our handy dandy technical nerdy equipment. They can share the screen. They can be right here on this island with me.
Right?
Let me know what you need, guys. I'm here to help. My name is Billy Merritt, and I am your information gopher. You want the information? I'll get it for you. I'm a professional gopher. Everybody loves gophers. I'm your boy. See you tomorrow.